back to our wonderful channel, BVB Army Hearts to Hearts. My name is Ruth.
And I'm Nicole. You guys, this episode is huge. Huge!
Huge. Oh my god. The time has come. I can't believe it. Where did the time has gone, I swear. We've been a year. It's our 1 year anniversary with this show / podcast, guys. You guys have read the title correctly. We are celebrating our 1 year anniversary here with the show / podcast. And we're just in shock right now.
I can't believe it's our 50th.
50th! We're almost to 100. Halfway there. Oh, we're halfway there. Whoa! Living on a prayer.
Now, I will say, we definitely wanted to do something very special for this episode, and I can't lie, you guys, there were some things that we really wanted to have for it that did not pan out. But for our 100th, oh, that's going to be a surprise. Y'all better be ready for it.
We don't know what we're doing.
But I have a feeling it's going to involve
we're going to do something
candles.
Pretty epic for 100th, but the fact that we're here now, it's been 1 year, and the timing couldn't be perfect. It's our 1 year anniversary, and it's our 50th anniversary. 50th video. There you go.
50th video.
Which is this is crazy to think about, and I'm just like, where's the time gone?
It's insane. Thank you guys for, being on this journey with us. Thanks for sticking it out with us this far.
Seriously, thank you. And we had no idea where the show was gonna go, and honestly, we could have not done it without you guys for subscribing, following our social media platforms, signing up to tell your BVB stories, or just coming in episodes that we wanted fans to be a part of, for BVB month. We can't thank you enough, guys. Seriously, we cannot thank you enough for everything you have done for the show / podcast. It's just thank you. I'm giving all of you guys hugs right now.
This podcast would not exist without you guys. I mean, because you guys are the ones that listen to it. Because of Blackville Brides, there's a reason it even started. I mean, you guys are what keeps us going.
Yes.
So thank you.
Seriously, thank you. And like Nicole said, for 100th, we have no idea what that's going to be, but we do know it's going to be epic. And again, that's going to be all thanks to you guys, honestly. Seriously. So
for our 50th, you get Regal Ruth and Regal Nicole.
By the way, I just love her makeup. I don't know if the glitter is showing as well from there. It's just pretty. I just can't stop looking at it.
Lovely Ruth here. She let me tease her hair, you guys. And she let me do little boing boings to the hair here. Okay, tell me she doesn't look like Scary Spice. She already looked absolutely amazing with her amazing little voodoo heart makeup. I think it's voodoo. I know it's not.
I'm going to go with voodoo. I'm okay with it.
I really like it. It's like voodoo makeup right here. And I can't lie, now that I think about it, the makeup coming down with the hearts. Do you guys know those gothic fences? They're black and they have the spikes on the end. That's what it reminds me of, actually. But yes, she let me tease her hair, and she looks awesome.
For those of us who have been wanting me with tease hair, this is your time now to take a screenshot.
Yes. Poofy hair.
Poofy hair.
Poofy Ruth.
Always wanted this in high school. Now I finally have. So, cannot thank you enough. I love it.
Oh, the only thing that's missing is the extensions, but that's okay.
But yes, we are here all dressed up for you guys, and just because it's been it's a main goal for us to get to our 50th episode, let alone our 1 year here working our butts off, editing and planning and trying to figure out what to film for you guys and everything. And we're honestly here to look back at this journey,
a full year. Mm-hmm. I'm still amazed that it's even been a year.
It doesn't feel like it.
No,
it legitimately does not feel like it.
It's weird because time has passed by so fast, but at the same time, I feel like we should only know each other for just a few months right now.
I know. It's just awkward and weird all at the same time.
I know. It doesn't make sense because I feel like I've known her a lifetime, but really I've known her a year.
A year? Yeah. Seriously, a year?
It's so strange to me. Wow.
I know. Honestly, the main question that we get a lot from the show and podcast is what inspired us to start it, and why did we create it? And honestly, there's only one person for that answer.
Just one person.
One person.
Can you guys guess who it is? I'm curious. I bet you could.
It's in our description. Honestly, Chris Hi, Chris. This is all thanks to Chris Biersack, honestly. This whole idea, having a podcast that talks about Blackville Brides, run by fans, for fans, was his idea. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure maybe later down the road he will come on and tell us the whole story about it, but...
It would be great.
It would be great, but, like, we know the short version of it, I should say.
Mm-hmm. So. Really the only short... I mean, the short version for me that I should say is before this all even started, like, Ruth was doing BVB stories on her YouTube channel. And Chris had actually sent me a direct message on Twitter being like, hey, you know, with you know, I think it was with a link. I can't, more than likely. But he told me, hey, you know, I think you should really message Ruth. She's doing BVB stories. And he just said that, you know, he thinks that a lot of people would love to hear my story. So I was really scared to message her because I'm just like, I don't know this person. I'm scared. But I messaged her. I got the courage and I was like, hey, just so you know, Chris sent me. I had to make that obvious to her. I was like, Chris told me about what you're doing. I'd like to be a part of it. So really, if it wasn't for Chris doing that, like, we still would not know each other to this day. It's insane to think that all it took was that one message from Chris.
On my personal channel, yes, I did all these amazing BVB stories, and I met wonderful fans such as this one herself. But I also had the opportunity to have a Zoom conference with Chris, and we talked about it. And it was during that Zoom conference, off camera, obviously, that he approached me with this idea of, like, he was thinking about this podcast / show, because long ago, I don't even know if you know this, I can't remember the name of it on the tip of my tongue, but Chris did do a podcast with someone talking about BVB stuff. I think they had Juliet Lilithsar come in at one point. It was going for a bit, and then it just kind of died down because of his co-host. Maybe, I can't remember all the details. I believe something came up with that co-host, and it just kind of died down. If you remember that at all?
So, yes, I don't remember exactly who Chris did the podcast with, but funny enough, I actually remember seeing on Twitter all the time, seeing, like, little, I think, links to it, and unfortunately, I never got the chance to watch, like, fully watch, but I do remember seeing Chris and someone else talking before. It was on Twitter. That's all. That's as much as I remember, though.
Yeah, I can't remember the name on the top of my tongue, but I know it was there. I think it's still around. You can go back and check up old episodes. But Chris did that for a bit. The podcast kind of died down a little bit, and so I don't actually. This is one answer I don't know. And Chris, like, I know this whole podcast was the idea. Like, when did you start, like, thinking about it or cooking it up in your brain? Because you approached me with it and thinking, like, I want a fan to run this for fans and talk about nonstop about BVB. And honestly, Chris, thank you for giving me that opportunity. Because, like, when you told me that, I was just like, you want me? Me? I don't know. Because, like, back then I was just like, yeah, I love BVB. Don't get me wrong. I freaking love it. But I was just like, me? And I'm like, here, like, this army is full of fans who would, I don't know, I just feel like deserved it more than I did. I don't know. It was just, I always questioned, like, you want me to do it? And then he threw the idea, like, I think you need a co-host too. And when he watched the whole series, he did mention your name. And so I'm just like, that is true. She was cool to talk to. And so here is me awkward, like, how do I tell her this without being weird about it or scaring her off? Honestly, I don't remember. I think it was a DM through Instagram or something, or maybe even Twitter. I have no idea. And I don't legitimately have no idea what I wrote her. And we all met up for a Zoom conference.
You know what? I can tell you right now where it was from.
Oh, boy.
Let me check Twitter, because I never delete messages.
Hopefully it doesn't delete it.
Oh, yeah, that's true. See, that's the other thing I forget about. No, look at that. I even said, hey, Ruth, Chris sent me a message of one of your latest tweets about your YouTube channel. Just thought I'd pop you a message and get more information from you. That's when she wrote me saying, hi, thank you for messaging me. And then first off, I just want to say that you're so talented with your makeup, your outfit, your photos. Love seeing them. Yes, I'm making BVB themed video for my channel next month. And one video I want to do is to hear other BVB fans' stories and post a video about that. And then she talks about how she was scheduling Zoom calls, and that's when we kind of set up ours. So let me see here. She created the Zoom link. Oh, that's right. I forgot. Oh, I remember. You had someone ahead of me and they didn't show. That's
it was
right.
Sherry.
Sherry! Ah! Perfect. Now, Oh, so then you must have
I think I
messaged
did
me off
it
of
on
Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, damn you, Ian. I went to click on messages, and then you popped up with your story.
Please keep that in.
Made me keep that made me click on the story. We mostly blow each other's shit up on Messenger.
It's just convenient, I swear. That's the only reason why Facebook is still alive.
There we go.
Oh!
I got it. So,
we're gonna read this out loud. Cool. Okay, don't mind my reactions. Just continue on.
She wrote me saying, quick question. What does your summer look like? Chris and I have been talking about a video series we would like to start, and we thought of you possibly coming in to help. Can't lie, I was confused at first. I was like, her and Chris have been I'm like, okay.
Just okay.
So I just told her, like, yeah, I would absolutely love that. I was like, blah, blah, blah. And then, yeah, it was kind of like that. Like, she just started telling me, like, when they were thinking of meeting up, so we can all discuss this. And, I mean, I was nervous as hell, though. I was just super scared because I'm just, like, kind of like how she said, like, she's like, you want me, Chris? I felt that same way. I'm like, you want me? I'm like, what made me stand out? I'm very, like, because I can't lie, my anxiety level's up to here only, so I thought I was so awkward during the BVB stories that we shared. I was like,
beg to differ, but yeah, we scheduled a time and everything, and we all met up on Zoom, and there kind of came the idea and everything, the rundown, and then just trying to figure out everything, all those little details that made this show, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, we literally discussed everything. I think Chris, we didn't really go over names during all of that, like, for what we wanted, like, the podcast to be called. I think Chris kind of left that up to our discretion.
I was trying to figure out names, because my first, I guess, worry was BVB Army. I don't know first thought. I just thought, is that trademark? Is that copyrighted? Do we need to get permission to use that? It's just because it's very well used, at least in the BVB Army.
Yes,
so.
We definitely, like, we thoroughly discussed, like, if it was copyrighted, as well as we're like, can we use some song clips?
I know, that too, or, like, your logos, too.
Logos,
just like
we went over it all.
Okay, first of all, we know nothing when it comes to social media. We are not trained or anything when it comes to any social media influencer, whatever you like to call it, or anything. Like, we learn from nothing, honestly. Seriously.
This literally has been like a work in progress from the ground up, seriously.
And, like, and for the names, I know for the title of this, like, you guys were curious. Well, that was one of the questions we also got from social media was, like, why BVB Army Hearts to Hearts? Honestly, I was messaging Chris from back and forth, and he's actually, I swear to God, I wish I had the list. It's on, the message got deleted, and I'm so mad with technology. But, Twitter. I know! But he gave me, like, a list. I think he was just thinking of, like, he went through songs and stuff, and I can't remember for the life of me what else he came up, but he came up with BVB Army, because we definitely wanted BVB Army. And we're like, at first it was heart to heart. There you go.
Heart to heart.
Heart to heart. And then I liked it. He liked it. And I remember when we had our Zoom call, I threw you all these names. In your face, when I said heart to heart, you also seemed to like, I like that.
I just was like, how about plural? Hearts to hearts.
Hearts to hearts.
I'm like, heart to heart.
I know, heart to heart.
It's too hard for me to say without the S. I'm like, BVB Army Heart to Heart.
Yeah, I was like thinking the same. And so came the name of our show, BVB Army Hearts to Hearts.
And it worked. And I mean, really, like, the whole, I really want to say that the whole, like, logo was really all Ruth. I mean, you came up with the two hearts idea with the BVB logo.
Yeah.
I mean, we definitely discussed back and forth ideas, but at the end of the day, she came up with, like, these two hearts, and I just thought it was the cutest thing.
And with the logo in between and stuff, so that's why we just kind of went with it, because it's hearts to hearts. Heart. And, we threw back ideas of, like, okay, great, we have the logo, we have the name, we need to think of, like, okay, making the YouTube channel itself, which was pretty easy, but then, like, also, like, trying to figure out, like, channel art, what our thumbnails, like, our very first thumbnail was going to be, even, like, little promos we were going to sneak peek in our social medias, too. It's just, like, all these little things I never thought of. I'm like, this is a thing, though, so.
We've come a long way with our thumbnails, you guys. I think you all remember our first beginners.
We have to start somewhere.
For some reason, it didn't cross our mind that we can just pose. We're sitting here like, how can we screen capture during the middle of the conversation without us looking like weird or blurred? And then we're just like, you know what? How about after we're done recording, we just pose?
It was your husband who suggested that, actually.
That's right. That was actually my husband that suggested that. Yeah. Hudson was like, you guys should stay still for a little bit. He's like, it'll be easier to screen capture. He wasn't wrong.
And it's why when we have guests over, we're like, real quick, don't go. We have this thing called awkward posing session.
I love it.
Where we're like, okay, cool. Everyone, thumbs up. Everyone, rock on. Everyone, thinker face. Just like, and now pose.
Yeah, really, whatever we can come up with that relates to like the theme of what we're going for, we just kind of do. And that's been so much easier. And I know you guys have noticed the change. Thank you for noticing.
And one thing, just for our color scheme, the whole black and red, literally, Nicole and I have the same brain. I messaged her or texted her, I can't remember. I was like, what is your favorite color? Black.
Black.
Great! Mine's red. Perfect, we have our color scheme.
Then literally she asked me what my second, wasn't my second favorite?
Well, it was like your top 3 or something, yeah.
Red, and she was like, what? And then hers was black, and we were like, what? So it just made sense to do black and red theme. I mean...
Hence why we have every thumbnail background black or red, and then if you notice, we have little details with the hearts, with the numbers. Every time we have like a red background, we have then a black heart, and we switch it over to when we have a black background, we have a red heart, and so forth, so forth, so forth. So
just some little added in details in case if you guys have been paying attention.
And another thing which I found so funny was when we first posted like our very first episode, like obviously we were gonna put BVB Army Hearts to Hearts #1 and stuff, but then I don't have the note anymore, but on my notepad on my phone, I made so many different ways, like, okay, we're gonna do it like with a dash, a hyphen, 2 dots, space. What are we gonna do? Because this, however we pick it, we have to do it for eternity. I was just like, we gotta pick one. We gotta pick a nice format. I don't.
What format did we end up going?
It was like the hyphen. We just picked that way. Honestly, I think it was like eeny, meeny, miny, mo, taka, taka, that.
Yeah, I think that one we were like, yeah, we couldn't care less for that. We're like, just get it done and over with.
Well, I'm here like stressing out. I'm like, ah.
No, I mean we've put so much like time and like detail into our, not just the YouTube channel but the podcast as well. So like I really hope that if you guys notice it, that is so cool of you guys. And for anyone who's just now realizing it, like that's still awesome.
No, like to come to our 50th, it's just been crazy. Like, let's go watch back our first video, shall we? Compared to now.
I mean, I don't even remember what our first one
okay,
is.
So
like
we
our
did.
Very
we
first
did.
one.
Okay, the very first video that was uploaded was our intro to what the show was about.
That's what I thought it was too. I was like, I remember
and
our first
then
one being
our
just
very
intro.
first episode, just to kind of get the ball rolling and stuff. We didn't know what to do. We met up in the summer, ready to like knock this out. We were hella nervous. We didn't know how to start.
It was just going. Blackville Brides was just going on a brand new tour.
Yep.
You guys might know it, the In Between tour.
And we were just like, well, we have these 3 ideas. Let's, if you've noticed, the 3 episodes were in the same outfits because we literally that day just filmed 3 episodes within one day.
We cranked everything out. What was it? We're talking about, hydration, like what
do's
to
and
expect
don'ts of a concert.
Do's and don'ts of concerts.
Yep.
That was actually pretty fun.
That was fun to do.
That was a lot of fun.
And like our BVB story was the very first episode we decided to put out just to kind of give us an intro, like who we were and stuff, because, I would say now, at least when it comes to our individual social media platforms, I feel like fans who know you also know me, so we kind of share fans in a way, like, oh, Nicole, oh yeah, she's friends with Ruth. Oh, Ruth, she's friends with Nicole. So
yeah, I feel like a lot of people can now like come to our personal pages and they know exactly who we are.
Yeah. But yeah, the sound quality of these first videos.
Oh, my audio was terrible, you guys. We use microphones now.
Yes.
We're professionals.
We're now professionals. Sound quality is a lot better as soon as we decided to get the microphones a thing and everything.
We went pro.
Yes.
I'm the sound quality before. The sound quality, not only the sound, obviously, the quality of, I mean, not her quality was already perfect. Mine, work in progress.
It was a work in progress because I think at first you started with your phone, and then eventually you went to your laptop.
Yeah.
And I know you don't see it because we cut it out. Probably I think there's one part where we mention it. The lighting, you always had issues with your lighting.
Because my window in the room sucks. You guys don't even know. It's like a half window. It's weird. If it was lower and bigger, it'd be okay. But yeah, work in progress. We made it. We're finally here.
Nice ring lights, microphones and everything. We have our own little spot and everything, so...
Just can't. We've come so far, you guys. Be proud of us.
Who knows? When someday, who knows? Studio. I don't know.
That's the next goal. That's the plan. We're working towards that.
We're working.
One where we can just fly out like every month. Meet up for a week. Knock out videos for the whole month. Boom. We can do that. What's in between us?
You. Again, and coming back to this like show and podcast, like, you know, Chris has stated that he wanted this for fans to come on and share their love and everything and of BVB and everything about BVB. And one thing we've definitely, and we are still continuing to go through the forums, is your guys' BVB stories, for you to come on and tell us everything about your BVB story, how you got into them, the songs, how they impacted your life, and the fans you have met and everything. Like, I don't know how many we've done so far as of right now.
I feel like we've done at max maybe like 10.
Maybe.
I want to say about 10.
But, like, I enjoy those so much. Just hearing your guys' points of view of your opinions and thoughts of BVB and how much they impacted you. Like, seriously, thank you. Like, it just warms my heart, and I will full on admit I try to get all of those to edit because I enjoy editing those.
What Ruth just said, that's exactly what this show is about. It is all about your guys' Black Veil Bride stories. Like, yes, of course, it is about Black Veil Brides, and we have episodes where we'll discuss further into Black Veil Brides' music and into their concerts, but for the most part, this was created as like a safe space really for you guys to learn all about Black Veil Brides and to share your BVB story and just to get to know everyone in the BVB Army. That's really what this channel is about.
Honestly, and like for all those fans who did get a chance to come on here to tell your BVB story, and I know a lot of you guys are still waiting. Trust us. We are getting through them. I'm sorry, we are.
There's a lot.
There is a lot now, since now word's getting spread, but we promise you, we're getting to them. We promise. If we have to do like all 7 a week, sure, okay.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that is actually something we still yet need to have, is a whole month of just BVB stories, because I don't think we've had that
No,
yet.
we haven't. At least we get like once up a month or so, maybe twice.
We get pretty close to filling the whole month with BVB stories.
I mean, we could, honestly.
We really could.
But to those fans, thank you so much, and thank you for those who are waiting patiently. I promise we are getting to them, and just again, thank you guys for coming on and for honestly trusting us to tell and your story as much as you want to share and just everything. Like, I can't thank you guys enough, and I know Chris watches this and he loves watching these type of episodes that we do with fan stories. And for those of us who are new, believe it or not, Black Veil Brides is aware of this show and podcast. They are. And I've been told that they appreciate it, for one, but I don't know what certain members, but some of them have come and watched some episodes. I don't know what those episodes are. Whichever they are, I hope you guys enjoyed. But
right.
They do watch it, and I'm here thinking like, yay, and like they see these stories and all the fans that come in for our fun video ideas that we have. So it's just like, it just warms my heart.
No, I have to agree with you on that. It warms my heart too. Like, to all you fans that have come on and you've shared your Black Veil Bride story, especially those that have shared the hardships of your BVB story, like, just thank you for trusting us. Yes. I mean, I can't imagine how hard that is. I mean, it was hard enough just for me to even, tell mine to Ruth. I don't even think that I fully got all mine out, but I mean, for all of you guys. Like, you guys have made us cry. You guys have made us so emotional. We have all cried sad tears and happy tears.
All tears.
Literally all the tears.
All the tears.
You guys have put us through so many different emotions.
Honestly.
It's crazy.
And it never gets old because every story is a new story. There's not similar stories. Like, maybe similar, like, ways it happened, but they're all different because it's your guys' story.
They're all unique in their own way. So don't think, if you're too scared to send in a form because you think, oh, well, my story sounds like somebody else's, I can guarantee you it won't.
We'll find a way.
And it definitely won't once it starts coming out of your mouth. It's a whole new story, especially to us.
So I'm excited to hear the more stories out there, and who knows, we'll do a full month of just BVB stories.
We'll have to do a full month one of these days. That's going to be another goal.
And
we have the plenty of forms to do it now. You guys have filled us.
And honestly, all the fans who just came on for our fun video ideas, like, honestly, okay, we had no idea. Like, we were really happy to have fans come on and discuss anything BVB with us, but we're like, who do we ask first?
BVB month was absolutely insane, I feel. Like, okay, I'm just saying, out of the entire year, BVB month was definitely by far the craziest, but the most funnest. All you fans, like, your guys' energy was brought to the table, and it's exactly what we needed.
It was beautiful. We were nervous, but yet so excited, especially for BVB month, to have so many fans come in. Like, we had some old faces who have been on the show, and some new faces that haven't gotten a chance, but happily signed up and were able to. Like, we just love it. And honestly, like, I think it was a Knives and Pens music video, and the drawing game that we had so many fans on one screen. I'm just like, wow. So
yeah, what was it? Like, it was like 10. I would say if you include us, it was like 10.
10. So if you like 7 or 8 at the most. So,
but that's still the most that we have had of your guys' beautiful faces on our channel. Normally we just have it max like 4
or 5 because it's brand new. Like, the very first episode we did with a group of fans coming in, was the Fans from Tomorrow Countdown. We were counting when the album released.
Yes.
And we had all these fans come in. We were deer in the headlights because this was our first time ever doing something. We're like, did we word it correctly? Is that enough information? And like, okay, Zoom link and everything. And so we learned a lot from that episode. Loved doing that episode. Don't get us wrong.
That was a fun
It was
episode.
fun to meet so many fans, but we did learn a lot after that episode of like, okay, this is how we should word things or have things done when we do have fans come in. So it was a lot of a learning experience for sure.
Yeah, definitely like a learning. It was a learning point, but to be fair, like each and every time we do Zoom calls with you guys, we're always finding new ways to make it better.
Exactly. And honestly, I'm just gonna shout it out. Our very first fan we ever had come on to the show, because Nicole and I are like, who do we ask to come on first? Who do we ask? Because there's so many good fans out there. And we're like, and we settle on one because we both adore her. She's amazing. And I just want to give shout out to Sherry. Sherry was our first fan ever to come on the show. We were dissecting Torch. I love that episode, honestly.
Sherry, you are such a fucking sweetheart because, I knew Sherry without knowing Sherry. Like, I think we followed each other on social media, but we never talked to one another. I think we really just hit the follow button and we were liking each other's posts. Never once spoke until that episode, until we finally had Sherry come on. Like, it was really actually amazing just to meet you for the first time, Sherry. Like, you were not anything of what I expected. You were just a ball of joy, and I love you so much. As Ruth puts it, your BVB mom.
Yes, literally, for me at least. No, like, Sherry was her first fan. Like, I love that whole episode because, like, she had so many good inputs to say about the music video Torch, and, like, it was just fun to film, and, like, the energy was great too. And I'm just like, I love this. Sherry, I want you back on the show as soon as possible. We need more talks.
You were so upbeat. Like, I mean, I don't think we could have chosen a better person to come on, for it first. The visuals that you have in your mind of Black Veil Brides and the way that you word things, it was perfect.
It was beautiful. I loved you. And from there, we had more guests coming in, like the iconic, Unbroken, It Exists, Catherine.
Good old dude. Catherine makes me laugh so much.
Our energy when we get all together, I swear, Catherine.
It's out of control.
It's out of control. Like, she just goes, she's a firecracker. Boom, 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 boom. And I'm here living for it. Like, I love that episode when we filmed with her doing the in-between tour set list.
Dream set list.
Dream
That's
set
right.
list, right.
Your sass, Catherine, is everything I need.
I love watching that episode so much.
I just her bye, and then just that sent me.
I loved her so. I still love you. Still love you. So thank you, Catherine, for coming on and representing Unbroken as you should and everything. So.
Every single one of you that have been on, whether it's to tell your story or it's just been for a dream set list or to talk about a music video or CD, whatever it may be, like, we definitely want you guys back on again.
Yes.
Every single one of you.
I mean, we've had Catherine, we had Ren to help us with the Trinity of Terror tour. We've had Laura Watson help us do the recap of the Trinity Terror Tour too, which was amazing to do that.
We've had Cassidy come on and help us
too,
with the Born
Again.
Again music video. There's Caitlin that came on for when we were discussing
the Kahoot game and stuff, and she helped us with the Phantom Tomorrow countdown and everything.
Yep.
All the theories. And also another awesome guest we had, which I can't believe it happened, honestly, was the two guitarists from the amazing Brace Yourself band.
Whoa, what? Can you believe we had Brace Yourself on here? Y'all gotta go and show them some love.
Do it. Follow their account if you haven't. So the two guitarists, Aiden and Jameson, they were doing covers of Blackfoot Bride songs to get Blackfoot Bride's attention, for them to open for them. It worked. They opened for them in the not the Trinity Tour, the in-between tour, and it was just amazing. And we were so lucky just to get those two guitarists on our show to talk about, like, their story and, like, what was their idea with guitar and where they are now as a band. And from the looks like of it, they're doing good.
I would say so. Yeah, you guys should really follow them on Twitter. They're amazing. Follow them up on TikTok. They've got great songs. You guys will love them. You guys will love the covers of Blackfoot Brides.
I know. I'm still trying to find a way to go to one of their shows.
I'm still amazed at their BVB covers. I'm like,
I know, right? They're so talented. Like, I was just thrilled to have them on and everything. They were super sweet.
They were really nice. I really hope they're doing pretty good.
Like, we've had so many fans. I mean, obviously, Chris Biersack came onto our show too and talked about, you know, social media life in BVB Army and all the fun stories he had to share with us. That was awesome to have him on.
I think definitely, if for some, I know not every fan knows this, we had a very, very, very special guest on the BVB Army Hearts to Hearts.
One question we got from social media, Ian, hi, was what was like one of your most memorable things on the show? And this one is definitely up there and one of our most memorable.
Oh, I have to agree. This was just Ruth and I did not ever expect that this would happen in a million years. Like, horse, don't get us wrong. We always had talks and hopes of this happening, and it happened.
It happened, and that is, we had Lonnie Eagleton on the show.
Lonnie motherfucking Eagleton.
Lonnie Eagleton, and this was during the in-between tour too, when he was traveling.
Yeah, this was actually, we want to say, this was done in, like, December. We filmed in December,
I thought. No, I think it was November.
Was it November?
I feel like it was November.
I felt like it was
December. I'm
December.
going to see on our channel when this episode was uploaded.
You guys have not seen this episode that we did with Lonnie Eagleton. Please go check it out. Honestly, he puts out a lot of information about about himself and Blackfoot Brides, and November. Sorry,
wow. I totally interrupted that. Yeah.
No, you're good. November. Why did I? It was close to Christmas time. That's really all I can remember. How nervous were you for that day, Ruth?
Dude, okay, that whole day, first of all,
the day was going by too slow.
Like Nicole said, we had talks, and when we found news that it was going to happen, we were like, how do we act chill?
Starstruck we were.
Starstruck, like, we had to, so surprisingly, I remember, it happened on a Thursday of filming day, because I had a day off of school, and Nicole had the free time, and so here we were thinking, like, oh, great, in the middle of the day, perfect, just our schedules lined up, and then he told us the time he would be available, like, oh, that is late.
I know. I think it was like 8 p.m.
8
my
p.m.
time.
and no, was it?
I think it was 8 my time, 7 your time, wasn't it? Or was it 9 my time, 8 your time?
I think it was 9 your
I think it
time,
was 9
8
my
my
time.
time, yeah.
Because his time, wasn't it like 10?
10 maybe,
10,
yeah.
11.
Yeah.
It was late.
It was very late.
But we appreciate your cooperation, sir.
Yes. I just remember, like, okay, cool. 8 p.m. We're going to put on makeup. I don't care. So.
That was and let me just point out, you guys, the best, I think one of the most funniest things about it is the entire beginning. If you watch, my dog, like, totally screwed up everything that I had set. Like, we were getting ready to start it. Gosh, we were in the middle of it, and then boom, my dog sat on this light, which broke the light, and it went dark. I was like, dang it. But it's okay, because Lonnie thought that my dog was cute. That's what matters. That was very memorable. Lonnie
he is
coming
so
on.
sweet. Like, he was so nice to do this with us and everything, and I was hella nervous. I felt like I was talking too much. Maybe I just do that when I'm just hella nervous. I don't know. It was just so fun just to talk to him and, like, hear his experience from the tour that he was on and, like, everything else, like, because as all members know of the Army, like, he was a fan too before he joined, so it was kind of here to hear his perspective of, like, when he discovered BVB and his experience, like, joining BVB and playing with them, and we had a fun game with him.
The absolute coolest thing. And we really got to learn a lot about Lonnie's background, too. Yes. Like, I mean, he just allowed us to ask him all these kinds of silly questions.
So sweet and everything. Like, he did get us about, like, real fruits. Do you not guys have real fruits?
Oh, gosh. And I'm sitting here thinking, like, yeah, we've got real fruit. Like, I eat real fruit all the time. And I didn't know he was talking about candy.
Yeah, it's a Canadian thing, apparently.
But of course I can't remember now. Real fruit. Do we have that? We don't got that. No, it's a Canadian thing.
No, it's a Canadian thing.
I was trying to think we didn't even get it in our snack crate. Got a snack crate from Canada. No real fruit in it, but we got a maple syrup lollipop.
It was said it was too much for you, though.
It was.
Okay.
I gave one lick and I was done. Okay. One and done.
Okay. No, having Lonnie was so amazing, and I will admit, Lonnie, don't beat yourself up. When we played that small game with you, don't beat yourself up. You thought it was Andy. Totally cool that you didn't recognize your own mouth and smile.
What was it? He's like, I just saw the lip ring. Because he forgets he has his lip ring, or he forgets he has his lip pierced sometimes.
And I'm here like, you got it wrong.
I thought it was great. I was hoping you would at least get one wrong. Little did I know it would be yourself. But that was just the cherry on top, my good sir.
It was beautiful. Thank you for being a sport about it. It was just awesome to play that game with you.
Thank you for tolerating us.
That was definitely one memorable thing we've had, honestly, just having him on. And, like, we are really hoping, like, eventually down the road we'll get other band members, CC, Jinx, Jake, and perhaps the one and only Andy too, or them as a group, or maybe pairs too.
As a group and pairs. We're even hoping to get parents on
yes,
board
we're working
as well.
on that still.
We got Chris.
We're working on Mark Pitts right now.
Maybe.
As of right now, there's no response, so we're continuing on.
We're continuing on. Who knows? Maybe we'll start asking Mama Jinx here soon.
Mama Jinx or Lonnie's mom.
Or Lonnie's mom.
Yes, Lonnie's mom. I know Lonnie's mom commented on the episode of Lonnie.
Yes.
And everything, and she seems super sweet, so.
I'm excited. Like, if we can get this to happen, it will be amazing. Not only will it be, like, awesome for us, but we're also trying to do this for you guys, too.
Yeah, also, I mean, don't get me wrong, we would love Andy and all the other guys come on, talk about starstruck and not Englishing. We'll figure that out later. But one person I think I would love to talk to is Amy Biersack.
Yes. Oh my god. And this is something that we have discussed too. And I think we have both come to the agreement that Amy Biersack is the number one person that we would really, really love to speak to. Yeah. She's so wholesome.
She's so wholesome, and, like, I know, like, she's not very active on social media like Chris is, which is okay. Like, it's totally fine. But what I've seen from Amy on social media, and just from hearing from Chris, like, she seems so sweet. She's, like, this wholesome, pure person. I'm just like, I love you, and I don't even know you. And sometimes I feel weird, like, I'm like, tell Amy hi for me, Chris, even though she doesn't know me, but I'm still saying hi. So
I think she's only done one interview before, at least from what I've seen. I cannot tell you guys for the life of me who that interview was with, but she did do an interview, and just watching it, like, she's such a sweetheart. And I feel like she's got great stories.
I'm sure she does. I mean, she's definitely on the dream list. And one guest I would really love just to really hear his stories, because he's been involved with Black Veil Brides for many of their projects, especially Wretched and Divine and Legion of Black, and also the Coffin music video, is the artist Richard Villa. I think he goes by the third. I'm not 100% sure, because he's the artist behind the most one through Veil, I think. Yes, the album covers. He helped Andy with the music video Coffin. He's helped them with the Legion of Black movie and everything. He's created the mask of the Wild Ones, and I'm just like, I want to speak to you, sir, hear your stories, like, how did you and Andy meet and stuff and everything, because he's super talented, first of all. I'm just gonna say that. And to be working along and having his creative mind and having Andy's creative mind too, and like seeing those two brains work together. I mean, like, I'm sure Richard, you have amazing stories to tell, and I admire your artwork. And just, again, thank you so much for everything that you do for Black Veil Brides and for the Army too. Like, seriously, your work is incredible.
I know, you're just a lot of the art that conceptions that you have just blow my mind. And personally, I mean, as I think I speak for both Ruth and I, we would just love to know what inspired all of the Black Veil Bride albums and the art. Like, is that, like, I'm just very generally curious if it was all your own, were they your own concept ideas, or was this something that, you know, did you took inspiration from, like, what Andy and the rest of the guys have told you? Like, that's my curiosity. I want to know if it was all your brain, or if you had mixed your mind with others.
We don't know what's going to happen in the future by the time we reach our 100th episode on this show / podcast, because I can speak maybe for Nicole too, that we definitely want this to blow up and everything, that we can do this actually in a fancy studio and meet up and have, like, a nice, I don't know, like a place to meet up, like a nice professional place, I should say.
Yeah, we got plans in the works, you guys.
They're in the works. It's in the works, and we're having things working out as of right now. Merch, but
wink, wink, double wink,
double wink, double wink. We're still working on the kinks and everything on that. I mean, who knows? Maybe we might appear on the Andy show. Maybe, if we're lucky, if Andy will have us.
That would be awesome. You know, just throwing that out there. Just tossing out ideas.
Just tossing out. Honestly, I will say, from this show, doing this show, we have met amazing fans to tell their stories, to come with us and play fun BVB games or anything else we have. But these fans have also become our friends, too. Friends, like, I never thought, like, oh, we're friends! Holy cow, hi! So
we've become very close friends with so many fans that have come. Honestly, it's really awesome, because I don't know how you guys feel, but, like, for what Ruth and I discuss, is there's a lot of times where fans come on and we just kind of think, oh, you know, that will probably be the only time we ever talk to them. But then you guys end up, like, you guys either message us, and then you guys follow us, or you tag us, and then we just get so excited to hear from you again. So just thank you for being our friends.
I know.
Thank you for being there for us, because, you know, we need you guys just as much.
And I honestly cannot thank you guys enough. Like, the amount of thanks just for this show, supporting it, sharing it, listening to our podcast, where on the platforms we have it on, sharing the podcast too. Like, we can't do this without you guys. Like, we are seriously grateful for everything, your support for this show.
We just adore you guys. We adore the love and support that you give us. It's incredible.
Very much so.
It's hard for us to put into words. Like, we can say thank you millions of times, but, like, we feel it's never good enough.
I know, but we are sincerely about this. Like, we can't give you enough thanks, honestly. Like, seriously, thank you. Like, from the bottom of my heart and Nicole's heart, thank you, thank you, thank you. Gracias, gracias.
We have amazing plans of work in the making, so we really hope that you guys continue on this journey with us.
We have epic videos we have coming up in September.
We have so many amazing things planned, you guys. I wish we could somehow give it to you all in one video, but we can't.
We can't. We're going to have to bite our tongue and not spill anything yet until we are ready to spill the tea.
I hate being good.
You have to. You have to. The suspense.
I know.
Make them wait for it.
It's killing me. It's killing them.
But honestly, a huge shout out to the Army. Seriously, huge shout out to the Army for this amazing support. Like, again, I can't stress this enough. Without your support, we would not be where we are now.
Exactly. Which is why, honestly, the fan shout out goes to every single one of you guys. The entirety of the BVB Army.
Seriously, we are giving you tons of hugs right now. Virtual hugs, even though we can't do it physically.
Virtual hugs, virtual love.
Virtual loves and everything. And again, I'm going to keep shouting him out until whenever. Until I die. Chris, thank you. This idea, like, seriously, I am very grateful you asked me, and I'm very grateful to have Nicole as my co-host for this show, honestly, because never in a million years I would thought I would be doing a podcast. Never thought that.
I've always talked about it, too. That was the thing. I've always talked about it, never knew it would be about Black Veil Brides.
And I'm okay with that, honestly. Talking to someone about Black Veil Brides and the same passion,
right?
At least for me, it's rare in the friend group I have. They are aware of BVB. They don't have the same passion, though.
See, that's the same here. Like, a lot of the friends that I have just don't care about Black Veil Brides. And, like, don't get me wrong. Like, of course they're willing to, like, listen to me, like, go on a whole spiel about them. But at the same time, it's not nearly as fun when you're talking to someone about a band that they couldn't care less for. Now, that is why I love doing this podcast so much, especially with Ruth. Like, there's no better person to do it with. I enjoy, like, we just sit here and we just play off each other. It's amazing. To have someone just as equally passionate about something as you are it's just so special.
Very. So, BVB, Black Veil Brides, Andy, Jinx, Jakes, Lonnie, Cece, thank you for everything you have done for the Army, for us, and seriously, like, I can't thank you guys enough. Even though you guys know that already, I cannot thank you guys enough.
We're not worthy.
We're not worthy.
We're not worthy.
But our 50th episode, guys. 1 year here. Many more years to go and everything. God knows what's going to happen, but we are happy to have made it to our 50th episode.
Now it's to make it to 100. 100th, which, you know, I think that's going to take a whole
another year. Yeah.
A whole another year.
We're ready for it. August is our month for BVB Army Hearts to Hearts. Hell yeah.
Dude, yes. That is the dawn of BVB Army Hearts to Hearts. We should just make that BVB Army Hearts to Hearts month.
Okay.
Ideas.
As always, guys, all of our social media platforms are down in the description below. Again, if you are new and watching us, binge all our other episodes. Maybe shown back here in our awesome green screen, just sliding. This episode looks good. This episode looks good. I don't even know if I'm pointing to an episode. I'm going to try my best. Episode. Episodes!
Every episode.
Every episodes are good. You can definitely find our podcast and iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, Spotify too. Just type in BVB Army Hearts to Hearts. You should find our awesome logo. Hey, if you're not giving our Twitter a follow, please give it a follow. We like the tweets and everything and tags us too. And also, again, every link is in the description. Please subscribe to our channel, hit the notification bell, and smash the subscribe button as usual. And I guess, pretend wine glasses. Pretend wine glasses. Ting. Congratulations. We have did it, Nicole, to our 50th episode!
Yeah. And with that, we bid you adieu.
Drinking my pretend second.